Hello, welcome back. Did you like the snow at the beginning? That's the view out my window right now. It's really cold out, which is weird because it's snowing, but there you go. Thank you so much, everyone, for being patient about this video coming out. I know it took me a while, but it's the first week of school and I had other stuff I had to do too, unfortunately. But here we are at last. I didn't do much with my inside cover here. I just stuck a Polaroid in just to keep track of kind of what I looked like for the future at this point in time. Index was kind of empty, so I slapped some stuff in there. That was my summer collage and quote, "Use your voice, it was given to you for a reason." Mini months and my intentions page. And my June spreads. I feel like kind of a lot of people who are in bullet journaling have June birthdays, but it's my birthday month. You can see the little sticker I put there, June 6th. So I wanted this month to be kind of bright and floral and special. That was my actual birthday, so I did a little 2-page spread there with some photos from the day and some photos that I felt like reflected my mood, and a full page of journaling. Yeah, I felt like during this month I was in a new bullet journal, so I got very experimental with my layouts, even trying some more fluid styles of 2 to a page dailies, whereas before I just kind of cut them in half. Blanket tracker, oh my gosh guys, still going. But they turned the 2 to a page spreads turned out really nice, as you can see there. But again, the full page does kind of fit me better because I will plan at the beginning of the day and then fill it out as the day goes on. And I like to have all that space. And incidentally, that is why this whole flip through experience has been so extended. It's because I have nearly 365 daily pages to go through since I started doing dailies at the beginning of the year. Actually, last year. So I have more than 365 dailies. And then I tried some drawings here. That's me and my brother. We went to the lake and it was super windy. Very fun day. And that takes me through to July. Which I think was my favorite of the summer setups. It just was nice and simple with the colors, and there were too many busy doodles, except for the spread. I also got more into using my stickers. As you can see, I was like, oh, I have all these, I should probably use them more. And I also had a photo printer. You'll see right there that sketch I'm pointing out. I printed off after I took a photo of it on my photo printer, and it makes photos that are too thick to use all the time, but it does work pretty nicely from time to time, especially if I want to print something out fast. I got that for my birthday. I was really into quotes around now. I was just starting to recover from a particularly bad time of back pain, which I think I mentioned in my last video, but I was just starting to come out of that and feel like I was up for more. I didn't have a part-time job this summer, but I did a lot of nannying and stuff because it was flexible enough to work for me better. And then August, again, I think I mentioned this in the video, I was saving my photos because I had very few left and my printer at home doesn't work very well, so I had to print them at school. Oh, Korra and Asami. I was rewatching Legend of Korra around then. So good. So good. Those are pretty. And yeah, I feel like my spreads got a little more chaotic / eclectic just because I didn't have exactly the stuff that I wanted to like go together. So I had to make do with what I had and try to make it work through the end of the summer. So I could go print more photos on the nice printer at school and not have to print them on my bad printer at home. And then here was the start of school. I remember because I switched my header style just because I wanted to. No particular reason. I was really tired after the first week of school, so I drew that little picture myself because that's how I felt. And then September. I really liked all the little houses. I should do that again. These were some really pretty spreads because I had been able to go and print out new stuff that I was excited to use in here. Instead of the old photos that I'd been like putting off using, I got to start fresh. And I love that quote, so I put it in there. And that's a Moana quote down there. I put that on my Pinterest and like a bunch of people pinned it, so I think they liked the Disney stuff. I don't know. Oh, and then I started using my washi tapes a lot more around here. I started doing the bookmarks a lot more often too. I love to do washi bookmarks, although in the summer I just didn't do it that often for some reason. I think it's because my scissors at home, oh my gosh, that was my fire drill. We had a fire drill at 7 o'clock at night and I had to wake up at 5 the next morning. Awful. But back to the washi tape. I would have to trim them to get that nice like bookmark edge and like fill in that space on the upper right hand corners of the pages. But my scissors were bad, so it was hard, but at school they're good. And that's the story. This was a like get to know me page that I made. It's on my Instagram too if you want to like see it up in closer detail, but I was really proud of that. October reading. I think I got sick around then because I had like a lot of like rest and cozy and stay in bed kind of vibes. Yeah, sometimes it all gets a little too much. Thank you, Shawn Mendes, you're right. Oh, and I was rewatching Avatar, so there's Princess Yue and Sokka, because that was when I watched the season 1 finale. And, oh, there goes my matcha. Yeah, so my spread started to take on a little more of a fall kind of vibe. Around abouts now. It's Keith's birthday. Because it was kind of hot, kind of late into the year, and I was really ready for it to cool down. So those were the like Halloween-y kind of spreads. And then we move into November, which this or September was my favorite playing with me for the year. Yeah, definitely my favorites. So I had some good pages in here too. I was just like really on a roll in the month of November with my spreads. December's were like pretty good, but I had some in there that I didn't like that much. But these I really did like. I felt like it was a good balance of photos and different compositions and drawings. And you'll see how I like put the photos in different places on the page every time. or at least I tried to. It's so that the book will lay flat and I won't have like weird stacks of photos in the same place, keeping the pages from like laying flat. Oh, and I started to do like daily objectives for goal setting because it was finals. Yeah, school, you got me helpless. Yep, that was the mood. And I did a little journaling card thing there just because I wanted to like have something that was more of like private thoughts, especially since I know a lot of people like read this. But yeah, and then that took me all the way through to December, and putting that page together was kind of a mess, but I feel like I got there in the end. I really like the quote I put in there. And then I started to do these like very, very wintry ones. Very Christmassy. Yeah, December is just my favorite time of the year. So I was super excited to be able to do all these December themed ones. And a few not so December-y ones. But I don't know, there's something about that time of the year that just makes it feel like safe and warm. Oh, and then this was a weekly spread for finals. I found these photos that fit perfectly in my columns, so I spread them out like that. And that's an Elena Vavaler quote. I'm not sorry. Yes. Oh yes, and then there was some Voltron stuff because last season was coming out and I just wanted to use some of the fan art that I'd printed out. Yep. You know what that's all about if you watched it. And then here was where I started to plan for my new bullet journal and started getting all that stuff ready. A lot of these like washi tapes and stuff and stickers you see in here were sent to me by my friend Madeline, who has wonderful taste in stickers and washi tapes, as you probably know. And then I made a real effort to go full on Christmassy here, or Christmassy and wintry, I suppose. And yeah, this was pretty much the end of the year. My spreads were very blue and wintry. I went skiing one of those days. And this is the very last day of the year, December 31st. And I got out my Instax camera and took some Polaroids with my 4 little siblings on New Year's Eve to celebrate. And then these were my 2018 favorites. Again, if you want to see this in closer detail, I will be posting it on my Instagram. I mean, or you can pause it and read it, but I'm not going to go through all of them, just to kind of, in the interest of time here. But yeah, I had like kind of a rough year, but making that page reminded me that there were some really, really good things that happened too. And that's all. I took everything out of my back pocket so that I could keep using that stuff. And I'm just going to archive this notebook here and call it done. You'll see what I'm doing. I'm putting on this gold foil washi tape that I got at Michael's to protect the spine of it, or cover up the places where it was not protected during the year, because, you know, they get bounced around a little bit in your backpack and stuff. But I have done this with all of my other journals as well. So I like to put the gold washi on the spine before I put the label on there, just to make them all match and look all nice and pretty on my shelf. And also so I can like distinguish my bullet journal section on my bookshelves. So I got that on there, and now I'm just going to write on my sticker. I'm not using a voice trim again this year, just because I wanted to switch to something with a little bit thicker paper, but I do love how they come with stickers to archive your books, because, you know, if you're anything like me and bullet journaling for a while, you know that sometimes it's kind of nice to have that information at a glance, instead of having to open up 5 or 6 old bullet journals to figure out where that one day is and what happened then. So this notebook here, the blue one, got me through 7 months. And because it got me through 7 months, that means that I can spread out in my next one a little more and do a bit more like art and or quote pages to fill that extra space, because I don't have to fit in 6 months. And then I'm just going to stick that on there and call it closed. Thank you very, very much for being patient with me about the video coming out a lot later than I wanted it to, and for sticking with me for the whole year. So leave a like, or we can chat in the comments, or subscribe if you want to see my next one. It'll be my February plan with me. So thank you again, and I'll see you soon. Bye.